excited about, and we are her support already, and you guys are her support. So we want to merge us all together to support her on this health journey that she's on and also this endeavor. So she's going to explain what we're talking about. And then Karen and I are going to talk also. And we're excited to just cheer her on, support her. This is a support call, not a sales call. It's so that her closest friends and family can know what she's doing and what she's excited about and who she's aligned herself with. All right, go ahead, Trisha.
All right, all right, all right. So, of course, I have been on a wellness journey, as you guys know. I've been trying to get better, not only for myself, but for, of course, Xavier, because I feel that fruits and vegetables, of course, would really help this kid out, but he won't eat them. We all know he won't eat. He'll eat bananas, but I wanted to start off with saying that my own health, being diagnosed pre-diabetic and knowing that I have a little bit of calcium in my arteries has really pushed me to try to work on myself and better my own health and get myself on a better track, because I don't want to deal with a lot of the issues that my family has dealt with for so many years. I'd definitely like to combat that early. I wish my brother would have come on here to listen. I tried to get him on here, but he's really busy. So I couldn't get my younger brother on here.
Well,
But
she might be on the recording, so give him a shout out.
yeah, I know, right, JR? But it's really important to me that I get my health back in order, and that I get Xavier's health in order. Pizza and chicken can't be very healthy. But that's all he eats, and I think fruits and vegetables is a good way to start if he would eat them. But since he won't eat them, he'll eat a gummy, and that's what they come in. They come in gummies for him, so I'm excited about that. But I take personally, I take capsules. I started this program maybe 11 years ago, but I wasn't faithful on it because 11 years ago I was still doing my own things. And I decided, I started on Juice Plus. I had started taking the gummies, and because I wasn't very in tune with myself, I wasn't trying to figure out where it was helping me or if it was helping me. So I kind of let it fall to the wayside. And then when I got Xavier in my home, and I've been studying a lot, a whole lot, just like within the last maybe 5 or 6 years, about the effects of food on your body. And growing up eating commodity foods, my health wasn't always the greatest growing up, and I didn't have the fruits and vegetables that I needed or that I should have had because I didn't know about them. But growing up and understanding a lot and figuring out our history can repeat itself if we don't stop it. So I've decided to take it under in my hands. Take okay. My dog don't even want me talking right now. You hear her? But just take my health into my own hands and get myself back in order. And I will honestly say that aside from the diet and exercise that I've been doing because of the bariatric program that I've mentioned to you guys that I've started, which no, I'm not going for the surgery. It taking Juice Plus has really like diminished so much inflammation in my body from areas I didn't expect that I had it. And then I was talking about this earlier. Xavier and I were getting on the golf cart one day, and I heard him go, "Oh," to pull himself up, and he's 8 years old. I'm like, "Oh no, I know you are not struggling to get up on the golf cart." And just every now and then I'll like, "Oh," to get up, or "Oh man," to sit down, and stuff like that. So he's hearing it and he's picking it up. So him getting up on the golf cart with that, I'm like, no, I gotta cut this out. I gotta figure out where do I need to go? Where do I need to start? So and since I've been, doing I do the capsules, the Juice Plus capsules, and you know what? I don't I've caught myself, I don't to get up or to sit down. It's not painful no more. My joints are kind of lubricated, if you will. So, and I take it at night. I faithfully take it at night before I go to sleep because I feel like it works in my body better at nighttime while I'm sleeping. And I give it to Xavier. And I've also noticed Xavier's not he had a limp to him. Like in the morning, he would get up limping because I'm sure his weight on his feet hurts. So seeing him get up in the morning without having the limp or without having to take that second guess, is my feet gonna hurt? I've actually noticed that difference in him too. So I really see a big difference that it has helped us so much, and I'm very thankful for it. I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to share it with you guys so that you guys could see, where I'm at in my life. And hopefully I had my A1C done in October, which is it's at 5.7, which diagnosed me as pre-diabetic. So I'm hoping to see like within I think in April is when I go back to get my other set of blood work done and see, if everything came together has, really done its work. I'm hopeful that I can get this out, get this lowered, because I don't want to be diabetic. I'm worried about it. I don't want to be diabetic. Sometimes I think maybe my vision shakes because of pre-diabetes. So it's a little worrisome sometimes. And that's it in a nutshell.
That was awesome. I thought you were ending. That's why I took the spotlight off you. I know that's like irritating. Anyway, it was great to hear you though. And there's nothing better than somebody who has come to the realization they have to make changes and they're ready and they're like they're moving in that momentum. Like I'm just so excited for you to hear all that. Um,
Thank you.
and so we're going to talk a little bit about what she's kind of referenced and all that. And Karen and I are going to do that. And so, but Karen is the one who introduced all this to her many years ago. So I want Karen just to share, a couple thoughts after hearing what Trishanna is about to do. So go ahead, Karen, if you want to just say anything before we start a little presentation.
You're on mute.
You're muted.
I do that because the kids and the dogs. That's why I'm muted. So I listen to that and it just warms my heart. This is why, it's why I got started with Juice Plus, honestly, and why I continue with Juice Plus. I mean, I got started really because, I was pregnant. I'll tell my story, a little bit later, but I just love hearing those stories. I love I'm telling her that earlier, she is the smiliest person I've ever seen. She's always smiling. I just love that. And so even after she stopped taking Juice Plus, I kept in touch with her because she's just such a positive, upbeat person. And then I heard, I mean, what a servant's heart to be taking care of Xavier. That's just amazing. And the fact that she is being, she's taking care of her health because she wants to take care of her health, but she's taking care of her health because she knows it's such an example for Xavier as well, and she wants to set him on the right track. So I just love that whole story.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. So we're excited to come behind her and help her with all that. And so she's already on the fruits, veggies, berries, right? Sorry, I'm trying to
Yeah.
find my presentation. Here we go. So I'm going to share, a little bit of my story and some of the information that she referenced. And there we go. So I started Juice Plus about 21 years ago, and that American Cancer Society poster on the right was what I learned right away. And so, a lot of people think, oh, absence of symptoms, I'm okay. But, I had no idea that you're supposed to eat so many fruits and vegetables every day and that it actually helps to prevent cancer. So when I started to learn this, I was like, oh my gosh, how come nobody ever told me that? And so this was not until I was like 32 that I learned it. And, so really eating your fruits and vegetables is really important. So I'm glad that, Trishanna is realizing that it is really the foundation for better health. And you could see just these are just a few of the articles. There's thousands of articles that exist And I'm going to explain to you why it's so important. Okay. A lot of people try to bridge the gap between what they eat and what we all know we could do a lot better, right? We could do a lot better daily on what we do eat. And so a lot of people, instead of bridging the gap with whole foods, like things that have not been processed that would be in the perimeter or the grocery store, we try to take this pill, right? This vitamin supplement. And what I'm here to tell you is a couple things. Number one, if you look up how many vitamins have ever been discovered, it's 13. That's it, 13. So when they found vitamin C, they said, oh, it's easy to replicate, it's water soluble, let's put that in a multivitamin. So you might be wondering, okay, but there's more than 13 on that vitamin label. There's actually 30. So that's when they also add in some minerals, okay, that they've discovered. But there's actually 10,000 nutrients in an apple. This is one page on the right of 25 of what's in an apple. So when you try to bridge the gap with a vitamin supplement that's only got 30 nutrients, it's just not going to work. So you read the very bottom, the Annals of Internal Medicine, they actually had an article for doctors, and you can look this up too on the internet. It said, enough is enough. Enough is enough as far as research on vitamins, because it's a research journal, and they don't prevent diseases. Okay, so it was like, wow, I can't believe they put that out there. So vitamins come from your fruits and vegetables. That's what I also didn't know growing up, because we didn't really talk about fruits and vegetables. It was meat and potatoes. That was it. And so, or fast food meat and potatoes, which was McDonald's. And then I ate Coca-Cola, M&Ms, and that's how I worked my way through graduate school, basically. I took that to the library. I'm like, all right, I got 6 hours, gonna get my supplies, or I'd go on a long trip and I'd get my M&Ms, my Coca-Cola, and I would think, oh, I'm getting caffeine, this is gonna help me. No, it did like the opposite. I'd be so tired driving down the road to my mom's, just 3 hours away. I'd have to stop off the side of the road and sleep. And then what I found out later is that sugar suppresses your immune system. Also, sugar feeds cancer cells. So anyway, fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are where it's at. And, we all grew up with different histories and not knowing this. So Karen and I love doing these presentations where we help to teach people so that they think about the why behind why would I eat fruits and vegetables? Yeah, that's probably what Xavier is saying. Why would I want to eat those? Because they're going to help you prevent disease, right? So number one, it's going to have all your vitamins and minerals that you need. So we have a bunch of cells in our body. We have trillions of cells. We've got to feed those cells. But we've also got what's called oxidative stress, that every day that we don't have enough fruits and vegetables in our body, it's like standing in front of an x-ray machine. So our body ages quicker if we don't have, like, if we have this amount of oxidative stress, but we don't have the same amount of antioxidants, which come from fruits and vegetables, then we have those oxidative hits on our brain cells, on our skin cells, on all of our different cells, 10,000 oxidative hits. And that's not good, those hits. Okay, that's why we have to have antioxidants. That's why we have to have fruits and vegetables. Okay, so it really comes down to that. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit more. So Time Magazine says the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you, it's that they're so good they could save your life. So sometimes people turn to juicing, and that is one way, but you're missing a lot of the fruit or the vegetable, and you're having a lot of sugar, and it's really hard to keep up. So a lot of people don't stick with that. And so we need 7 to 13 fruits and vegetables a day. 7 for children, not for us. So we have a much higher minimum, which is 9 to 13. We're supposed to eat that many fruits and vegetables every day, and preferably not the same ones every day, because like the purples are going to help your brain, going to help with circulation. They're going to help with different things than the greens, which are going to help you with calcium or eyes or whatever. So anyway, what we're lacking is fruits and vegetables in our body. And so what we have been doing, what I was introduced to 21 years ago, is Juice Plus. And you can see from the smile on Trishanna's face, she's like, yes, those are like lifesavers. Those are definitely lifesavers for people like me and Karen and Trishanna, who really don't have the most natural bend to health, okay? Like I was not a healthy eater. I still don't consider myself the healthiest eater. That's why I wore this shirt too. No perfect people allowed. We're not perfect eaters. We have tools that can offset our imperfect eating. So this is fruits, veggies, berries, and it comes in capsule or chewable form. So I take all three of these blends every day, and they're raw, they're vine ripened. They pulverize them, so you're getting stuff that you wouldn't normally get. You would get like the peel sometimes from the fruit or vegetable, sometimes the leaves, and sometimes the seeds if they're healthier for us. So the company does that. The company's been around for 25 years, over 25 years. So they created this a long time ago, and it's been proven. We'll get to that. But basically, we might eat like on the left. Sometimes we probably don't eat, that bad every day, right? But we probably don't eat that good like on the right every day either, right? So Juice Plus bridges that gap. So what are these bottles and bags on here? The red is the fruit blend. The green is the vegetable blend. The purple is the berry and grape skins. You know how people talk about resveratrol and they're all like yah yah about that one antioxidant that's in wine? That's a good excuse for them to drink red wine. Well, there's so many other polyphenols and antioxidants in the actual grape skin or the berries, and that's in the berry blend. So we definitely recommend to most people the fruit veggie berry blend. Then we have the plant-based omega, which is on the right. So instead of having fishy burps, fishy oil, they went down to the algae and got the algae, which is what makes the fish healthy. So you don't even have to eat the fish, which is good for me because I really don't like them. So anyway, so that's the omega. And then we have the shake, which I was telling Trishanna I can't really live without. So the shake is a way to get more macronutrients. Like every day you're thinking, what's my next meal? Well, the shake is one of the healthiest meals that we can have. So she's going to be promoting these things. She's going to be using these things. So that's why you guys are here, just to learn a little bit about it, because you're going to maybe think of people for her, because she's going to be building this on the side. But her real why is to get healthy herself, get Xavier healthier, and also to share that journey with you guys. So we want to make sure we're cheering her on and sharing that journey. But anyway, so we also have the chewables. I'm going to show you. Here's like a little sample chewable pack. Let's see, there you go. Oops, upside down. I'm going to open it so you can see these luscious chewables that I guess Xavier likes, right?
He loves them. They taste so good too.
And what's great is that with an adult purchase, the child gets it free. So I'm sure you're taking advantage of that, right? So these are the reds, and these are the vegetables, so fruits and veggies. And a child would take 2 and 2 a day, and an adult would take 4 and 4. They taste really good. My pediatrician recommends it. My acupuncturist recommends it. My chiropractor. So there's lots of doctors that recommend it because of what we're going to share with you now. Number one, it's a food. So it's bridging the gap on the food that we're missing, not on like one particular vitamin or two particular vitamins or 30. But, like I said, in the apple, you have 10,000 nutrients, and the kale, the parsley, the peach, they each have like 10,000 nutrients each. So when you're taking Juice Plus, you're having hundreds of thousands of nutrients because there's 20 or 30 fruits and vegetables and berries. It depends on which package you go with, or that you recommend. So anyway, Juice Plus is a food, not a multivitamin. It has vitamins. And so it has a food label. So a lot of people like that because they understand the value of bridging the gap with whole food. And you can read all the other great things that the company's made sure of. Number two, they made sure that there's a safety label. A lot of times people have been pulling things off the shelf, and there's too much of this, too little of that, and there's really no FDA approval or disapproval for supplements or food. So you really have to be your own advocate. Well, the great thing is that the company has this third party not for profit agency that comes in and tests the batches and everything. So it's safe, okay? And The third thing is that it is the most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. It's actually also the largest selling nutritional product in the world. But the great thing is that it is research and it's product specific research on the actual product. There's a lot of products out there, and some of them might say, oh, we have research. Well, then you want to say, is it product specific research? Because they might be borrowing from a berry or an orange or something and saying, therefore, this product works. Juice Plus has been tested at all these universities and medical centers on the actual product on people. So this stands alone. You really won't find a product that has all this. I've lived through most of these 41 journals because I've been with the company for 21 years. There were only 3 that existed before I started. Yeah. So anyway, one of the main things I love about the Juice Plus research, and I'll have Karen chime in on this too, is the very bottom part. They put it on the bottom. These are the old studies. Absorbs in the body, reduces oxidative stress, and maintains a healthy DNA. These are and supports the immune system. These are actually the older studies. It makes me a little angry that they put them over here because I like to talk about those because those are actually, in my opinion, some of the most important things. It gets absorbed and it reduces oxidative stress, which I told you leads to disease and leads to mutation of cells and leads to early aging. We don't want to age any earlier than we have to, right? We want to slow the aging process. And because there's less oxidative stress, there's less damage to the DNA. And then your immune system is also better within 80 days. So anyway, those are some of my favorite studies. Karen, maybe point out what is a favorite study of yours.
There's a few. I mean, I love all of them. And it's funny because I didn't put a lot of thought into the research, but when I found out about Juice Plus and somebody did this kind of presentation for me years ago, it was my parents that actually were really attracted to the research. My mom was a nurse and my dad just loved research as a hobby. So I love the cardiovascular one, and maybe that's just because it's February Heart Health Month, but that one's very cool because it actually shows, we won't go into great deal, it actually shows that you can, the Juice Plus helps to protect your arteries, even when you're eating food from like McDonald's. And not that we condone eating food from McDonald's, but that it's going to protect you. So, and then there's another one too that helps maintain healthy DNA. And I think it was Dr. Du Bois who said something like, there's no other pharmaceutical on the market that actually protects your DNA. It's just fruits and vegetables. So.
Right. Very important. Oops. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, Karen, keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You've taken advantage of this. Go ahead.
We have taken advantage of this, and I love when I can help, families like Trishanna and Xavier take advantage of this because, it's worth it. Juice Plus is worth it. But when you can get a child on Juice Plus for free, how cool is that? And one of the things I love is this is actually a research foundation. So kids between the ages of 4 through 18 and full-time college students can get Juice Plus for free with an adult sponsor. So an adult has to take either the chewables or the capsules. But how cool is this that, what they've done is they actually send out questionnaires, and this is how they know this, from the adults answering the questionnaires. And so with those people responding, and these results are from over 1.5 million families over 20 years. So that's how long this research study. I love that the company, wants to give free Juice Plus to kids. The health of children is so important to the company. So 60% were missing fewer days of school. How great would that be, right? They're on fewer, prescription over the counter drugs. They're drinking more water. They're visiting the doctor less. I mean, it's all positive. It's all positive. So I love that. And you can get, so you do the research foundation for at least a year, but you can do it for up to 4 years, which is remarkable. I have customers all the time. They're like, they're going to give me free Juice Plus for 4 years. It's just amazing. The Tower Garden, I guess I could probably turn it around and show you guys. So I actually have so since I moved to Georgia, let me move it around real quick. I don't know if we can see it. I actually have, oh, it's too bright. Look at that. It looks like a spaceship coming down. Okay. So I actually have the indoor tower garden, the one that's on the left if you're looking at it with the lights inside, and I have an outdoor tower garden. And I guess we've had them, I think it's 9 years. I've had the one of them that's outdoors. And this is amazing to me because I, in Florida, wanted to teach my kids where fruits and vegetables came from, right? I didn't want them to think fruits and vegetables come from Publix because it's not true. That's where you buy them, but it's not where they come from. So I tried to do a garden and I don't know, I had the healthiest rats, I think in Florida because we never got anything from it. So I finally told my husband to build a shed or something on there. And then the company came out with the tower garden. And I really was very skeptical because I thought, oh my gosh, I do not have a green thumb. I don't know how this is going to work. And my joke is this tower garden grows despite me. I mean, I sometimes forget to put the mineral blend in there. I don't check the pH. I sometimes neglect it and it just grows crazy. So it's awesome. And the fact that I can grow indoors and the fact that you can grow outdoors in a 2.5 foot area is amazing. So, and then you guys can see everything else on there. And so one of the other things, I didn't tell my story. I want to back up and tell my story, I guess. So
Yeah.
gosh, it's 17 years ago this coming May that I got started with Juice Plus. And I was pregnant, and my best friend introduced me to Juice Plus. And I really didn't get it, right? My mom was a nurse, and we had the best healthcare possible, but we didn't have healthcare. We had really treatment care. So we had a closet that looked like CVS. If I ate too many Pop Tarts and drank too much soda, I was taking Pepto Bismol because my stomach hurt. So instead of saying don't drink as many as many sodas and don't eat as many Pop Tarts, here have an apple, here have some water. That was so. I was adopted, and I was had allergies and asthma. I had migraines. I had a lot of health issues as a kid, a lot. And my mom gave me, we went and got, oh my gosh, the shots, allergy shots twice a week. I was on prescription medicine for years up until my early 30s. And I had trouble playing outside because I was allergic to grass. I was allergic to trees. I was allergic to almost everything. So I didn't have a normal childhood. I had asthma so bad that sometimes I would have to sleep upright in bed. And I was always told that this was my life. There was nothing that could be done. So what amazed me was I got started on, right, we do things for our kids, just like Trishanna and is doing this kind of for Xavier and for herself. When I got pregnant, I got started on Juice Plus mainly for my baby. I really thought that by the end of the pregnancy, I would get off of Juice Plus. By the end of the pregnancy, I actually realized, because I wasn't allowed to take my prescription medicine, I didn't need it anymore. It has been now 17 years since I've been on allergy medicine, asthma medicine. I don't get the migraines anymore. I just don't have the digestive issues anymore. It's just been so much healthier. So by the end of the pregnancy, when I realized all that, I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to be on this, forever. And then when I realized, we're going to be on this forever, is when I started really sharing this with friends, because I thought, well, I want my friends to be healthy too. So it's been just such a blessing for me because it's allowed me to stay at home with my kids, be the homeroom mom. It's allowed me to, volunteer in their classrooms. It's also allowed me to spend time with my parents when they were sick and, before they passed away, which is sad, but it also, what a blessing for me that I didn't have to ask a boss off, for any time off. I was able to spend, 9 months with my mom and fly out to California to be with my dad. So that's been awesome.
Thank you, Karen. I forgot to finish my story, which is so similar to yours. I had allergies, I had allergy shots, I had the bumps on the backs of the arms, tops of the legs. It's all what you're eating. It's so unreal that all that goes away. And also, I used to get sick. I used to get on antibiotics and all that. But like our study shows, less severity and duration of cold and flu like symptoms. Usually with Juice Plus, you might get it in your throat and then it goes away. It doesn't turn into like the antibiotics. And now in my 50s, I feel so much better than in my 20s and 30s. So Karen referenced that she started sharing Juice Plus with other people, and that's what Trishanna is going to be doing, is sharing. She's decided to join our mission, so why not get healthy and share her journey with other people? And it's going to keep her accountable. It's going to help her stay motivated, and we're going to support her. There's a whole community behind her, you know, the Juice Plus community, and then there's a whole team of support. We also have a whole network of professionals that we learn from, whether it's OBGYNs, infectious disease doctors, people. So she's going to be learning a lot, and she's going to be sharing in any which way. You know, we have videos, we have events, things like that. Our company is stable and lasting. So she's going to be part of an amazing company. And this is open to all of you guys. You know, if you wanted to buddy up with her, there's no better thing for her than for her to have a buddy in this. And so the company is very stable and lasting, part of the wellness industry. They've been around since 1970. Okay, so totally stable and lasting. She's going to share as she lives life. She's going to share on social media, maybe. I don't even know. And then she's going to share a resource, a video, an event, things like that. And what's great is it's a brand name product. It's a tried and proven system of just, we're not the experts, we share the experts with people. And then she's going to be building a network of people who love Juice Plus. That's what we've been doing. Karen and I have been doing. My mission has been for people, number one, to know the truth about food, because a lot of people think something is food, but it's really not actually feeding their cells. You know, it's not actually feeding our body. And number two is I am on a mission to help other mommies be able to stay home with their kids and also create a significant income. So I'm excited for Trishanna to be able to be home and create a significant income for her family, or to create a secondary stream of income where it's going to help her with Xavier with whatever he needs, right? And so anyway, we share person to person, and we actually have a benefits package at the top level in the company. So something for her to look forward to and to strive for, things like that. So anyway, at this point, I'm going to throw it back to Trishanna for anything that you want to say to the recording, the people on the recording, maybe your brother, or to any of the people who are here. Then we'll turn it off, and then we hope that you'll cheer her on, or you'll ask some questions. So go ahead, Trishanna.
Earlier when Karen said that I was smiling, I was actually I was really impressed with the fact that Xavier had one of those muffins I made earlier. He
Oh,
actually stood
no
there
way.
and ate it.
He eats healthy, and you said he's
Yes,
only eating like three foods.
yes, and I was actually I was smiling because he picked it up, and I didn't want to keep staring at him because I didn't want him to see me watching him eat it. But he took a bite of it, and he he kind of pretended like I guess it just wasn't good to him. So he stood there and made a couple noises, and then he walked away eating it. So I was like, yes, he's eating it.
That's a mom win.
So yeah, so that was a wonderful moment there. I was like, yes, he's eating something different. Because it
Awesome.
also has oats in it too, and he doesn't eat that stuff. So good, yay. But I'm very excited to see how far, the good things to come out of my journey, and where I could get with myself, because my journey also includes weight loss, and I really need to get it off. So I'm excited about it, and I just need motivation. I just need everybody to kick me in the tail if I start falling. But yes, I do need some help, and the support from my friends and family is the biggest thing. So I do appreciate it. Thank you everybody too for joining. I really do appreciate you coming on.
Awesome. Okay.